Looking at Illinois, going back through that one for you. We talked about it a lot already, but I hadn't talked since we saw the tape. Looked at it, talked to the guys. Defensive performance, we're making some strides, getting better some ways. Still busted a few things, a couple big plays. One just a busted coverage. We gave up a gimme. But they were a pretty good offense balance. They made us work. I thought our guys created some turnovers. That's great. I don't think offense, we'll talk about that. The offense isn't taking advantage. We're creating more turnovers, I think, than maybe we might have expected, and we probably need to create some more. But at the same time, we're not cashing those in. We're kind of getting off the field, getting short fields, but not getting much out of it. I think the only thing I had disappointed our defense, I didn't like the last drive. We decided to kick off 5:20, 5:30, 5:29, I think it was. And that's the first time we kind of got worked on a long drive at the end of the game. We've kind of battled through it, and they executed pretty good on their part. That was a little disappointing because not that we laid down there, but it'd been nice to make some stops. We'd done it in previous games a couple times, and we weren't able to execute there. Offensively, as we keep saying, lack of a run game's killing us. Stephen Houston ran harder, got 130 total. Thought he made some yards on his own, running through some trash and breaking some tackles and getting behind his pads. Looked like we got better plays. Kind of pleased the way Bernard Taylor, Peyton Eckerd, young guys playing a lot. We didn't play Peyton much against Penn State. Worried about the matchup, but played him a lot at right tackle, kicked Justin Pagan into guard. Thought Peyton held his own. Still work in progress. Bernard, his best game. Tight ends, thought Bolzer, he caught a couple balls, but really his best blocking game to date, and he's playing harder, which is great. We did have a minor injury where Colin Rohrig is practicing, but it was a little injury with the hyperextended elbow, so he didn't play as much, but we'll get him back in the fold. We're getting short fields, not getting TDs. That's been an issue several times. We're getting the red zone with some drives. We're getting midfield a fair amount. We're getting plus 45, 50, minus 45, and then not being able to get anything out of it. So even though we still struggle, we still, we're just too inconsistent. We still got some opportunities with the kicking game, defense, where we need to cash in and get some points, and we don't. Mentioned kick game. Thought Adam Pines, his best game. He and Shane Wynn, we recognize those guys as two of our special team players of the week. Those guys thought Adam did a great job. Pinned him down there tight one time on the 2. Great job outside that, just kicking. And we'll need that as we go into Big Ten plays. We continue these next 6 because we can't allow the other team to play with short fields. We got to make, we can't give games on a silver platter and hold it out there. You go through that last game, okay with the start for sure, with the return, get a turnover, offense gets 3, you're up 10, we bust the coverage, give them 7. Next drive, we come back after giving 7 with a good offensive drive to the 21. We have a bust in protection where we just don't block a D lineman that we're assigned to, and the guy's free, sack, fumble. That's probably a 10-point swing. We're going field goal range, so we kind of hand them 17. We got them to the 3-yard line. We kick a field goal instead of getting 7. There's 4 more points. So it's inconsistent, out of whack as well. We're kind of throwing 20, 21, 24 points away. And that's, at the end, a little bit of the point spread. Not that that's the difference in the game, but it for sure isn't helping us. As we move forward, of course, Wisconsin's awfully good. We look forward to the challenge. It's going to be a great place to play. We're going to play in several great venues. We always do in this league, so we have been trying to embrace that with our kids, to look forward to it, to look forward to the opportunity and challenge. The fans can't make a tackle. It might be loud and hard to communicate, and communication is a problem, and not offensively. Defensive communication, getting calls, getting adjustments, getting your checks lined up secondary-wise. So communication will be a key, and that's one of the great things about their crowd with having an exciting arena. They'll make it loud, make it hard on us, but I've always enjoyed playing in some of those type of arenas as a coach and embrace that and try to sell that to our team. We started out with them yesterday. Wisconsin's a very physical team, both sides of the ball. They tackle and play strong, solid defense, top 10 in the nation, one of the best in our league, and same thing offensively. Big line, excellent tight end fullbacks, 2 good running backs, and then when the run game gets going, they complement Russell Wilson, who's a mature, great player in a solid passing game. So a great challenge. And they're also, as always, real good kick game. So they're a heck of a team, great place, great challenge, but we're going to embrace it and go up there and have a good start yesterday to our week, and we'll embrace the week and look forward to a phenomenal challenge and go give it a great shot and not try to do fancy things in coaching and not overcoach and get cute, but be physical. That's, for us to be good, we got to be a tough physical football team. A lot of things that Wisconsin's about. So the things that make those guys successful is what we're looking to do. So, and I know they got a great challenge, but look forward to seeing if our guys are up to embracing the physical fight and the challenge that Wisconsin brings, because that's their style. That's why they're a great team, and we look forward to having an opportunity to go against those cats. It'll be a heck of a deal.
You and some of the other coaches you talked about dislocating the defense being a problem. How disappointed are you that halfway through the season you're still having those issues?
Oh, I mean, again, to me, it's, and it's not new scheme, new players, but again, you do need to talk. You need to be on the same page. Had the opportunity to see a workout today for one of our teams, and a comment that was made by someone going through the workout was that, just because you know the call, it's not about you. Don't be selfish in that you got it. It's about the guy playing to your right and the left. Make sure they got it. So this guy's just barking out calls. Offensively, you don't typically yell out what you're doing a lot because you don't tip off your plays, that, hey, I'm double teaming, or hey, I'm running a post route. So you want to maybe hold your cards offensively, but defensively, yelling out the coverages, the blitz, the checks, that's a part of it. But again, that's a part too in coaching. We got to make sure as coaches, we keep looking at our players. I keep saying all the time, put yourself in the player's position. And with his time on task and what you're asking him to do, don't make him think or adjust too much. At the same time, with formations, what we're seeing, hey, give our guy a chance, put him in another position. But the more positioning to do, the more thinking you do, the more communication that leads to. So it's a double-edged sword. But again, heard it the other day from one of the coaches in an interview. It's communication and it's clarity of communication. Everybody's on the same page. So not disappointed. It's not where it needs to be, and we'll keep working as we move forward. Oh, I mean, we had the other day, we had a guy blitz that's never blitzed. He just busted and missed the call. I mean, so that's no different than when the right guard should block the linebacker and he stays on the down lineman. The guy just made a mistake. Now, he made a mistake in man coverage and nobody's covering his man. So then the guy's wide open. So at the same time, week before, we're in some third down situations that Penn State works us. I think our coaches' thoughts were, hey, let's get aggressive, and instead of letting them protect and work us on the routes, let's bring pressure. It's a sound blitz we're doing, but unfortunately, a guy just busted, and that's a part of playing. And players will always bust, and young players may bust a little more, but you move forward as you go with it. So, again, defensively, now what does that mean? You don't blitz. We don't blitz. You don't get home. They sit there and they pick you apart. So that's, again, a part of our when I say double-edged sword, you pick your spots. Just because the guy busts, does that mean you never go back to it? You try to teach that guy to move forward and not make the play. I was more concerned that the guy made an error the next play that he was on the field than the first one. Good players mess up. You got to forget about it and move on. And that's a sign of teaching young players how to become good players. When you make a bust, you can still have a good game. Play the next play and keep moving on. Well, again, the energy and the effort. Again, you got to learn how to build off of their crowd because you're going to play in great arenas, every week when you go on the road in this league. So, you're going to have to learn how to play in tough environments, loud environments, but how to embrace that, how to use that as a positive, not as a negative. They don't come out, they don't give them more points because they're in the stands, but at the same time, it is a challenge, how to embrace that challenge and learn from that. So at the same time, as you play against good teams, how to learn how to take the fight to a good team. Don't sit there on your heels, don't sit there passively, don't sit there, worried about next week or who to play, not to play. How to be aggressive. You've got to, when you go against a good opponent, you have to be aggressive. You cannot be timid. You've got to go at them with all you got every play. Kicking game, offense, defense.
You've had on both sides of the ball. How much of it is just the talent on the team, and how much of it is just the mental things like sticking with your
Well, the disappointing things, the mental things, and the disappointing is what I see some guys capable of doing, not seeing that trust and doing that on Saturday. We've got our team maybe in shape where we've thinned up a little bit. We're not quite as heavy, as thick, or as big as I'd like to be, but at the same time, I thought we were overweight and not strong. So we've leaned them up. Now we got to bulk up, build up. So in time, we will physically get bigger and stronger as we move forward. And so if that's the physical things you have, maybe a couple positions where you can never have too much team speed in any skill set. But the disappointing thing is when we talk about playing smart football, not giving away turnovers, taking advantage of short fields, getting touchdowns, playing physical, being assertive, being aggressive. We still play the game with a little too much doubt, and that's what we're trying to sell moving forward. That's our short-term fix. Those are things we control. And again, our kids are doing, and not giving you coach speak, they're doing reasonable, positive things through the week in practice, but the transition from Thursdays to Friday into Saturday, we need some game success. We need some guys to click it on Saturday, realize it's not that hard. My old coach used to have an analogy of a 2x4. He laid it on the floor, walk across it. That's what practice is. Okay, in the game, the 2x4 is coming off the top of the stadium. It's not going to break, but walk it. It's the same walk. But you think the risks are greater. Can you walk the same walk, do the same steps? So that's the trust factor. And again, with new coaches, I haven't done a good job of earning their trust that these guys will bond with us and move forward. So we'll keep working at it. This will be a great challenge. And to do this game, again, we got to be aggressive. We got to be physical. We got to have some trust. We got some guys got to step up and start trusting themselves and trusting each other. So it'll be a great test.